What are some very comforting facts? There's a Japanese pillow fighting sport which features grown adults lying down in futons before the whistle blows, and then they play a game of dodgeball with pillows in nightgowns, and learning about that just made my day. Ashton Kutcher is chasing pedophiles. I hope that at least some of the time he does it personally and physically. Imagine Kutcher going full Batman/Rorschach on some sicko. Obama was the president for 8 years. Confederacy existed for 4 years. America had a black president longer than the Confederacy existed. The Seattle band Soundgarden lasted from 1984 to 96 and 2010 to 17. The Confederacy lasted only 4 years. That means that not only did Soundgarden last longer than the CSA, but it actually rose again. Global forest cover is actually increasing. There are an estimated 3.04 trillion trees in the world. That's about 400 for every human. 200 years ago, over 80% of the world lived in poverty. Today that percentage is down under 20%. Sorta not fun fact, there are more people living in poverty now than 200 years ago, just because of the increase in population. The most amazing miracles that stopped nuclear holocaust aren't the ones featuring the US and USSR, but India and Pakistan. They've had nukes for 40 years now, and hate each other fanatically. Furthermore, their nuclear arsenals are controlled, not by generals or statspeople but captains. And yet, the human species is still approaching 80 years without a nuclear war. This tells me, when all is said and done, we love life more than we hate each other. Mad is a marvelous thing. There are incredible scientific advances in fusion energy and machines that can filter greenhouse gas out of the atmosphere, as well as a whole bunch of brilliant ideas to clean the space and the oceans of garbage. The science community is incredibly loving, and fills me with so much hope for the future. I seriously considered not having children, and at some point I was even contemplating suicide. Now I will study physics, and I even would consider having a child in case I find a woman who loves me. I'm curious where my life will go from here. 1 in 5 people don't have friends. Not alone being alone. So there are over a billion friendless people. We should have a big BBQ or something and mingle. Monarch butterfly populations are doing better. Not out of the dark, but better. I found a monarch caterpillar on my milkweed the other day. Dogs know that we love them. Also, they love us back. They get rushes of oxytocin, just like we do when touching us. Truly the best damn creatures. 11/10. Would adopt a third, but 2 is a lot. Gum's gotten mintier lately. A person born in the world today is less likely to die violently than at any other point in human history. And each year it gets better, never perfect, just better. Having animal companionship lowers blood pressure, relieves stress and raises dopamine levels. Despite all the shitshows we constantly see all around in the news, humanity is striving. According to all metrics, things have been consistently better for us as time march on. Even taking into account the wars and catastrophes, people on average are less violent, we live longer, etc. I recommend the book The Better Angels of Our Nature by Steven Pinker on that subject. Some fish like to be pet. This is a topic which I really appreciate, because there is too much doom and gloom nowadays. My city has a no-kill shelter, the animals have nice beds, and get walks. People come and read to them. The cats are all together in a big area with toys and scratching post. People come to pet them. This too shall pass. Yeah, it sucks that the good times pass, and unfortunately we are all gonna die someday. But use that as also a reminder that bad times will always get better, and in the end, all our problems will be insignificant. This may get downvoted, but we are just some little organisms living in an ongoing huge explosion. Our actions ultimately won't matter, so stop putting in your head that you have to achieve this and that. Just do what makes you happy, and what will lead to a happy future. Try and be nice to people, avoid eating fat, read a good book every now and then, get some walking in, and try and live together in peace and harmony with people of all creeds and nations. Monty Python. The Meaning of Life. That everything has its expiration date. No matter how difficult or fun something is, it has period, and it will end once you understand that you will enjoy to the maximum. The fun times and the painful times will end. It's cold outside, but my bed is so warm. RN. Boobs are soft and bouncy. No matter how stupid you are, there is always someone more stupid than you. This is one true reason I still have a little bit of self-esteem left. Nobody pays all that much attention to you. Everyone is the main character in their story and thinks you're just another supporting role or an NPC. I find this very freeing. IDK if this counts, but despite the fact that they were staunch political rivals on the national scale, Kennedy and Nixon were close friends, even though Kennedy beat Nixon in the 1960 election. When Kennedy died, Nixon made a handwritten letter to Jackie Kennedy, stating, "While the hand of fate made Jack and me political opponents, I always cherish the fact that we were personal friends from the time we came to Congress together in 1947. The nation will be forever grateful for your service as First Lady." It just goes to show how people can get past their political rivalries. Exercise releases endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't kill their husbands. Cows have best friends. House cats would meow and wait by the bathroom door if you don't let them in while you're in. They do this because in nature, animals are open to dangers while using the bathroom, and your cat is just trying to protect you from the dangers of indoor plumbing. The ozone layer is slowly repairing itself. You have not yet met all the people that are going to love you. Yes, I saw this phrase on a TikTok, but I found it to be a very comforting fact. The observable universe is only 0.00000067% of the entire universe. So the unobservable universe is 15 million times larger, at least, if not more, than what we can observe. Comfort in there somewhere.